Hi, my name is Alexander Watson from Open Forests, and together with Grupo Ecológico Sierra Gorda we are building a biodiverse carbon registry, which is called Carbono Bio. But why do we need another carbon registry? There are a lot of carbon standards, certificates, protocols in place. We need a new standard because we need a standard, a protocol that is locally adapted to the local conditions. So we call it carbon finance for the long tail because it's not built for the big project developers. It's not built for an international audience. It's built to support the local communities and the local stakeholders. So therefore it is accessible for small to medium-sized landowners. It has low access barriers, and it's also designed not to develop one project. It's designed to represent entire landscapes. But how is carbon stock calculated according to this protocol? Different land use types have different sequestration factors. So different forest types, for example, sequester different amounts of carbon per year, per hectare. For this sequestration, there are factors available from IPCC. After assessing a property and understanding what forest types are available in what quantity, there's a way to extrapolate and calculate the carbon sequestration per property. In addition to the factors, there's also an on-the-ground monitoring for sample plots available to prove the accuracy of these calculations. So different properties with different land use types have a certain carbon storage potential per year that can be calculated. For each property and for each year there is an inventory available, a carbon inventory, which is documented via the inventory blocks serial code. So at the end you see there's a unique number for each carbon that has been stored in the property. So in the first row in the example it goes from 1 to 360. Then you have the vintage year in yellow that shows when the inventory has been conducted. Then in green you have the property code, which is an anonymized code that defines the property where the inventory has taken place. And then in the blue you have the locations available, and in orange the steward code, basically the organization that has conducted the inventory and takes the responsibility. Several of these inventory blocks, serial codes, together create an amount of carbon. So in this case it's 707 tons of carbon equivalent that have been recorded for these two properties within 1 year. The carbon that has been stored within a property or many properties per year is documented in this serial code, in the inventory block serial code. And this amount of carbon can now be used to fulfill a transaction towards a company. So a company that needs to fulfill their compensation in terms of carbon can now buy a carbon sequestration from this project. And this transaction is documented via a transaction code, where you see in gray the amount that has been transacted through that company. There's a transaction string, so an ID that documents this specific transaction, a year when the transaction has taken place, and again a steward code. All of this, properties, stakeholders, inventories, companies, and the respective transaction are documented in the Carbono Bio Registry. While the Carbono Bio Registry makes sure that transactions and inventories are documented in a transparent way, this protocol goes beyond administration of the transaction. It also monitors via remote sensing technologies, namely the Explore.land platform, with state-of-the-art remote sensing technology, the quality of the project, location, and also the permanence of the impact through deforestation monitoring and satellite-based time series. Each transaction from a project owner, from a property towards a company or a corporate is also documented geographically on a map. By tracking deforestation via satellite imagery and data, we can make sure that the permanence of a project can be monitored and guaranteed. Thank you very much.